Hey guys, it's Sam with two M's, and welcome to this MYXclusive interview on this beautiful Friday morning in the Philippines. But I said that because two of our guests are not currently in the Philippines right now, but I'm excited to be talking to them. So I have two very special guests for today. The first one is a Grammy nominated platinum recording artist who has been making waves all throughout the world with his talent and his creativity. Everyone, please welcome Guapdad4000. Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, we're so excited to have you here. But before we do, kind of catch up and all of that, I'll introduce my next guest. So we have an amazing producer who has worked with artists like Kanye West, Ariana Grande, Drake, and many others. Everyone, please welcome the very talented llmind. Woo! Hey, let's go. I love your energy, guys. But how have you been? How's life?
Life is good. Life is good.
Mhm.
We've both been extremely busy.
Yeah, I saw. I've been seeing you guys have been doing a lot of interviews too, which is great. That's a good thing to be busy. But what have you guys been up to aside from that?
Um, I think it's nothing I can say is more important than what just happened with ill.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I just had a baby a few days ago.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So I'm on daddy duty now. It's been
Mm-hmm.
fun. A lot of diapers and poop and
Ooh, the life.
breast breast pump and all that good stuff. So
Mhm.
real edgy stuff, real sexy stuff.
Yeah, real sexy, especially with the like breast pumps and all of
Yeah.
that. Yeah, definitely. I can imagine that's quite a lot on your hands, but that's really such an amazing thing. So congratulations, Mine, on your newborn baby. That's so adorable. I love that. But thank you guys for joining us here today. I'm sure we have so many viewers who are so excited to have you guys here, and I'm personally so excited because it's your first time on Mix, and some of our viewers might not know this yet, but you're actually both of Filipino descent. So that's so cool. Now, for our viewers, are you guys like full or like part Filipino?
I'm part Filipino.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So your mom is Filipina or
Yeah.
your dad? Oh, your
It's
mom.
my
Oh,
mom.
oh.
It's always the mom.
No, but there are a few cases it's the dad too. So just
Yeah.
making sure. But how about you, Ilmine?
Yeah. Both my parents are Filipino.
Oh, amazing. So we have Filipino blood with us today, and that's just so much so exciting to have you guys here. So I'm curious, like what was it like for you guys being Filipino American growing up in the States? So were you guys kind of surrounded by Filipino culture, or was it like the opposite?
Um, there was I grew up really close to my Lola, so
Mm-hmm.
I've always I grew up with it. I grew up with
Mm-hmm.
it. I couldn't say I was surrounded by it
Mm-hmm.
outside, but at home,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. So you grew up with your Filipino Lola, if I'm
Mm-hmm.
not mistaken. Yeah. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I love that. And Filipinos, we love our family, our grandparents especially. So I felt that. But how would you mind?
Yeah, I grew up in New Jersey,
Mm-hmm.
and most of my dad's side, his siblings and his parents, my Lola and Lola, they
Mm-hmm.
were living in New York, and a lot of
Mm-hmm.
in the beginning, a lot of my mom's family was still in the Philippines. They were in
Mm-hmm.
uh, um, Manila, and they're from Pangasinan actually.
Oh.
They're there, and so growing up, I just remember uncles, titas, titos, just at the
Mm-hmm.
house. There was always a relative living with us because, like,
Mm-hmm.
as they were coming to America from the Philippines, my parents were like, "Hey, stay with us. We have an attic."
Mm-hmm.
So, and my room growing up was connected to the attic. Like, you couldn't get to
Oh
the
my
attic
God.
going through my
Yeah.
room. So I
Mm-hmm.
had a lot of interactions with whoever stayed with us, whether it was my Lolo, my Lola,
Mm-hmm.
my cousins, and it was a
Mm-hmm.
fun time because I was a kid. So it was a lot of really fresh home cooked meals, like
Yes.
and it was very it was very family oriented, and
Mm-hmm.
I feel very blessed and lucky to have connected. With
Yeah.
them in that way, because growing up in America, it's like I remember my Lola used to say,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, he's they used to call me Junior, right? Like, oh,
Oh.
Junior is so Americanized. He just eats hamburgers and French fries." I'm like, man, come on, man. Like, yo, show me the ways.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that. Everything you just described is so Filipino. Like I felt everything. Like your family just being in your house 24/7 and just kind of like hanging out, everyone eating good food too. So that's I love it. You guys are still kind of connected to your Filipino culture. But speaking of, have you guys ever been to the Philippines?
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
been I've been like 5, 6 times.
Oh wow. So
Yeah.
what do you remember most about your trips to the Philippines?
Food.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god. Best. Yes.
Food.
Exactly. What was your favorite food that you tried or like your favorite Filipino food?
My favorite Filipino food? I don't know. I always got a different answer. Um, I've been wanting to I want to taste my auntie. The way my auntie makes her adobo was always kind of weird. I want to taste my auntie's adobo.
Yeah, but I mean, every Filipino has a different way of
Yeah.
making adobo. Like it's so different. So every family like has their own recipe. So that's cool. I love that. How about you, Ilmine? Have you been to the Philippines?
Yeah, I've been there 3 times.
Mhm.
Most recent time was January of 2020, so last year.
Oh yeah.
Recently, I was only there for like 10. I was there for 10 days,
Oh.
but really amazing experience. Like
Mhm.
it's always super amazing to go back home. And then before that, I was there in 2013, and then like when I was a kid. So
Wow.
all 3 times were very different.
Yeah, and that was pretty recent, 2020. That's pretty recent. So it's cool that you guys still get to come back and still experience Filipino culture firsthand. But we are here to talk about your music, of course, because Guapdad, you are releasing a new album entitled 1176 with Paradise Rising in partnership, of course, with 88 Rising. So how does it feel for the both of you to be working with a label that aims to bring Filipino music and talent all around the world?
It feels great. I feel like a champion. I feel proud to represent for Filipino people and to wear it as a mantle to parade around and be one of the first artists that
Yeah.
is even doing this type of thing with Paradise Rising. So it's cool. I feel like a pioneer.
Yeah, and we're just like claiming you, you know what I mean? Like we're just so excited for this album. We're just claiming you now. You're like everyone's cousin in the Philippines now. It's just amazing, and we can't wait. But how about for you, Mine? What was it like working on this album and having Paradise Rising with you guys to work on it?
It's great. I mean, what 88 Rising has been doing has been
Mhm.
incredible. Having a Filipino Paradise Rising a
Mhm.
version of what they're
Mhm.
doing is amazing. And yeah, who better than Guap? Like Guap is at the forefront of this, and it's
Mhm.
just a pleasure and honor to share this with him. And at my job, I always say my job as a producer is to try to bring out the best out of the
Mhm.
artist, and he
Mhm.
makes it super easy. So the fact that we can do
Aw.
this, and also being from America, but then
Mhm.
having this sort of platform and opportunity to go back to our roots, go back to where our blood is from, and
Mhm.
to sort of do our best to wave the flag, and potentially hopefully open up doors for other Filipinos, whether they're back home or in America, is an incredible feeling. So we're going to continue to push on and have fun and experience joy, and hopefully people out there get inspired.
Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of Filipinos, and not just Filipinos, a lot of people are very excited for this album coming out very, very soon. But I do want to ask, Guap, the title of the album is 1176 or 1176, if you have
Mhm.
any particular way to say it.
I
So
mean,
does this
I
have
say
any special?
1176.
Okay, 1176. Okay, we're going with 1176. Does this have any special significance to you?
Yeah, it's the address to the house that I grew up in. We lost it a year and a half in Oakland,
Mhm,
and
mhm,
it means a lot to me. And since I was getting so personal in the music. I
mhm,
decided to name it after the house.
mhm. Yeah. Oh, so it was your house where you grew up in. I'm sorry
Mhm.
to hear that, by the way, but it's cool that you're actually tying it to what you're doing now, especially. So with this album, seeing that it has a very personal meaning to you, what was it like working on it?
Um, I mean, man, it was easy. It was easy. It felt so natural. I felt like the hardest thing about rolling out an album is all the non-creative stuff, but everything else
Oh,
is just really easy, especially with a powerhouse like llmind, who
Mhm.
can do anything that I want to do. It's the sky's the limit, and you know,
Mhm.
the album is us dancing on the clouds.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I mean, I would imagine like some artists would also find it difficult to kind of expose or like share this personal side of them. But for you, it came actually really easy. So that's really cool to hear. But I'm curious, like, how did you guys actually start working together?
Um, I think it was Instagram.
Oh, no way.
We DM'd each other. We were following each other,
Yeah.
and we didn't know. Like, I didn't know Guap was Filipino at first,
Mhm.
and he has a similar story about that. And so we
Mhm.
actually, like, our energies kind of like connected through the music. And then
Mhm.
when we each found out that we were Filipino, it was like it just made it sweeter. It was like, oh, let's go.
Yeah.
It was the cherry on top,
Yeah.
for sure.
Wow, I love that. So to everyone watching, as you guys can see, shoot your shot, like it's just all in the DMs and magic can really happen. Look at Guap,
It
look at
can.
Elmine, right?
It
Coming
can.
together and now they're cousins in Filipino blood. See, that's just the amazing universe. But Ilmine, what was it like working on the album with Guap? Of course, like you said, it came easy for you to actually bring out the best in him.
Yeah, I mean, it felt effortless. It felt organic. We had a blast. Like, we just did what we do best. We went in there and, tried to challenge each other and push each other. And it was an opportunity for me as a producer to really work my magic and do what I do best. And a lot of times as a producer, we get to produce one song or two songs on an album, and we're not really super involved in sort of like the creative, being able to paint the entire picture. So doing this project with Guap allowed for me to paint on a much bigger canvas and
Mhm.
allow for me to kind of showcase the artistic part of it. And it was really easy to do with Guap. Like, he's super talented.
Mhm.
He's super diverse. He knows what he wants. He's willing to try shit. You know what I mean? And like,
Mhm.
he's just a lot of fun to work with. And I'm hoping that people hear it in the music. So,
Mhm.
and I know they will. So.
Oh, I love that. I felt every word. I felt like I was Guap and I was just like feeling all the feelings. I was like, yeah, let's go. But
Yeah.
I yeah, so it felt like a very organic and natural process for the both of you. Like you guys said when you first met, kind of like everything just happened after that, which is amazing. So we're so excited for the album. What can we actually expect from the album now that it's coming very, very, very soon?
You can expect a lot, man. There's some wild card tracks in there. There's
Oh.
also some timeless. I mean, I really feel like the whole body of work is timeless, but there's some honest, like, forever records on this
Mhm.
project, and that's what I'm really excited about, to just put that out into the world.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we,
Yeah,
we
and
tried to just make a full album. Like,
mhm.
we miss those days of playing an album from beginning to end and it feeling like an entire journey.
Yeah.
As
Mhm.
opposed to an album full of just potential Billboard singles, which is also
Mhm.
cool, right?
Yeah.
And not for nothing, I feel like we got a few on in the pocket. But yeah, like we were able to tap into different vibes, and
Yeah.
I think the people are gonna feel it, especially as a cohesive project.
Ooh, so I'm sure a lot of people are excited too. It's a very well-rounded like album, has all the feels, all the vibes. And as Filipinos, obviously we all love music. We all love to like vibe, you know what I mean? So I'm sure a lot of people are so so excited. But I heard that you're actually releasing the album on a very significant date. If I'm not mistaken, it's like Lalo Appreciation Day. So could you tell us more about that?
Lola Appreciation Day is something that we really wanted to put together, for people to be in a space to where they can show the love to their origins, and really, really, really represent and give the flowers to where we come from, and let them know that they are seen and they are heard and they are important and they are empowering to us.
Oh, we love that, especially as Filipinos, very family-oriented people who always love to give back to our family. I'm sure this is a very significant date, not just for you, but for a lot of people. But I'm also really excited because we've already heard one of the songs that is included in the album, which is How Many. And can I just say, the first time I heard the song, I couldn't get it out of my head because it's so catchy. Like it
Yes.
sampled Alice DJ's Better Off Alone, and I was just like, wow. And also why? Like, how did you guys think of actually like sampling this and putting it in the song?
You know what? That was actually the first beat that I loaded up in my
Yeah.
first session in New York City. Guap flew to Brooklyn, and
Yeah.
we locked in the studio, and we were like, okay, let's try something, and it was the first beat I played. He walked into the booth and started mumbling some stuff, and a lot of those melodies that he came up with on that first recording ended up in the song. So it was one of those like really organic like things. I know I keep saying organic, but like it was just so well executed, and we had to throw Alice DJ in there in the mix. Like I don't know, it just ended up being the perfect storm.
What a song can really make you feel things. Better Off Alone can really make you feel things, and that's really cool that it was very organic and natural, like you said.
Yeah.
But Guap, could you tell us more about what the song was inspired by?
Um, I mean, when it was time to figure out the words, I was really kind of writing it as a
Mm-hmm.
reminder to myself about when I'm getting overloaded. You gotta know when you're lost in the sauce, or else
Mm-hmm.
you'll never get out of it if you're not aware of it. So it's really kind of a self reminder. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's about tackling things that you're dealing with and being
Mm-hmm.
aware of that, and that's
Yeah, which
that's that's the inspiration behind it.
Which I think a lot of people have been feeling too in the past year. I mean, things have been crazy. So, try to not get lost in the sauce, I feel like is a very like wise thing to say. A lot
Yeah.
of people could relate to that. And aside from the song, the music video was also really, really cool. When I saw it, I was like, I'm vibing this. It has a good vibe. So could you tell us more about what it was like creating the music video too?
You know,
Hmm.
working with Chris Simmons, who's the director, he's a brother of mine, and he's also Filipino. Um,
Oh.
yeah, Chris is a great mind, and he knows that creating with me, I don't set any boundaries or rules. So he comes
Hmm.
up with wild ideas, and then I match him with wild ideas, and next thing I know, we got a video treatment, and we're in Hawaii shooting a
Hmm.
music video, or we're it's, at the back of a Home Depot or some like we go everywhere. His mind is crazy. So I I I love the treatment for the video, and we brought to life everything that we just sat and discussed. I'm happy that it just worked out, especially with the bird, especially with the
Yeah.
falcon.
Yeah, I was like, wow, like it really did work out. So props to you guys for figuring that whole thing out. And it's just really exciting because I'm sure after seeing the music video, hearing how many people are even more excited for the album to come. And people have been saying that you're kind of ushering a new era for Guapdad. So what kind of artist do you want Guapdad4000 to be known as?
A creative one,
Hmm.
um, an ingenuitive one, um, a black and Filipino one, um, and an original one.
Yeah, and I think you're definitely starting to mark yourself as one of those artists. So we're so excited for 1176 to come very soon. But now that the album is upon us, how excited are you guys for people to hear everything and all the magic that you guys made in the studio?
So stoked.
I'm like beyond excited.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
I don't know what else to do at this point, but just listen to it on repeat.
Yeah, so have you been listening to it a lot? I feel like some artists, like when they create an album, because they've been listening to it for so long, after it's done, they don't want to listen to it. But for you guys, is it still like in your head and still playing it all the time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally every day.
Every day I play it all the time. I played the whole album this morning. I'd probably play it I've been playing it every day, to be honest with you.
Mhm.
I'm not even gonna lie. Like,
Love your own.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, like there's some producers out there that like don't like to listen to their own beats after a while, but
Mhm.
like, man, this album is just it really is just so good, man. It's such
Mhm.
a good album, dude.
Yeah.
Mhm. Ooh, and I'm sure so many people are so excited. Like what you guys said, there are a lot of songs on the record that are timeless, and that's no wonder that you guys have been listening to it for so long already. But before I let you guys go, do you have a message to all of your Filipino fans, like everyone who's anticipating the album and everyone who's just been supportive of your music?
Um, I just want to say thank you to everybody, all the new fans, all the old fans, all the Filipino fans, all the everything else fans. Like everybody coming together and enjoying this music that me and Ill diving into this world that we built out is everything that I ever wanted as an artist, and it's been a pleasure making it. I hope people have a pleasure listening.
Hmm. Yes. How about you, Elmine? Do you have a message to everyone?
Yeah, same thing. Like, shout to everyone who support the record, and everyone who's excited about it. We worked really hard on it, and the fact that we can sort of inject our culture into this to hopefully
Hmm.
inspire not only our culture but other cultures as well. It feels really good. It feels really, really good, and we just want this project to stand the test of time, and I think it will. And I think one of the messages that we want to portray in this project and this whole album rollout is, and I know it's gonna sound a little cliche, but like, you really can do what you want to do if you just like, I don't know, put your mind to it and go.
Hmm.
Like the way me
Yeah.
and Guap came together wasn't supposed to happen. I'm a kid from New
Yeah,
Jersey.
Exactly.
I'm supposed to be something. Guap is from the Bay. He's supposed to be something else, and
yeah,
we're not. So you got to really think about where you're from and what you're doing, and every day remind yourself, like, man, I don't have to do this. I can do
Hmm.
what I want to do and fall in love with something and try something, and maybe that'll open up a new pathway to greatness or something better. And I think
Hmm.
we need to all, to think about that and be mindful of that. So we're excited.
Ooh, very wise words. Thank you for that, Ilmine. I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that. A lot of people,
It's crazy.
question, like they have a lot of self doubt. Yeah, no,
I
go
don't
ahead.
really, I don't really like to be the guy that drops gems, but ever since I grew this beard, like I just been dropping mad
You're
gems.
one of those
crazy.
guys now.
The Jim's is
Like I'm not
crazy.
just,
Yeah, no, I'll take the gems. Totally. We love it.
Yeah.
We vote for the beard. We're all for the beard. But thank you so much guys for sharing the gems but also the music, the vibes with everyone. And I'm sure so many people are excited for the album. So guys, make sure to check out Guap Dad 4000's newest album coming very soon entitled 1176, which is produced by Illmind. It's coming very very soon and I'm so excited. I'm sure so many people are so excited as well. So once again, thank you so much, Guapdad4000 and Ilmine, for joining us today.
Thank you
Yay!
so
Thank
much
you
for having me.
thank you
guys.
so much. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.